business, I wanted to make it so bad. And when I mean so bad, all I can think about, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, waking morning, every second, all I can think about was how badly I wanted to make it. And the best way to find out how to make it is by asking people that what? That made it. Not asking them, you know, when's the mojo? Like, I mean, I get it, I understand, but I'm telling you guys the truth because my piece is on how to make it big. Okay? And so if you want to make it big, you have to become a master asker. Say that. Master asker. What do you have to become? Master asker. And you have to ask questions to people that have created success. When I first got involved in network marketing, I was the most annoying downline you could ever imagine. You know, what did you go through in your most challenging times? You know, what does it take to become successful? How many hours a week do I have to work? This is my schedule. How do I make this thing happen? What are the best tools that get the most results? I mean, I'm asking all these questions because I want to make it. I want to become successful. And if they come out with a new presentation, great. If they come out with a bodybuilding chocolate, great. I'm just going to work with what I got right now. Exactly. And while everybody else is excited about what they got right now, because bottom line is this, if you don't got a team, it doesn't matter what kind of product they got. Exactly. You guys following? Yep. And a lot of people ask me, is it worth it? Is it worth it to give it your time, give it your energy, and give it all these things? You know, I don't have much time because they said I got 7 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. You know, bottom line is, you know, I'll give you guys a quick story. 2012, traveling through China, the highest point of my business, my previous company, traveling around the world, doing over 100,000 miles in a year, traveling, expanding. Myself and Sheila, we took our previous company, myself and 10 top leaders, from 0 to $100 million in sales in 5 years. Yep. We expanded 13 different countries, having the time of our life. Yep. And the reason I got involved in network marketing was because I was told, growing up, to go to school, get a good degree, and get a good what? Job. Yeah. And when I found out that only 1% of Americans become wealthy that graduate from college, I knew I needed to go into entrepreneurship. I knew I needed to get into network marketing after studying the industry. And so I finally built a business, I created the success, I was traveling around the world. And what happened for me was that I was in China, and I got a phone call. And, you know, I had about 15 missed calls, and I knew something was up because my mom usually only called me like 12 times. So I knew something was really going on, right? The delayed, you know, joke reactions. And what happened was that we found out my father had passed out in the kitchen. They rushed him into the ER, and they found out he had a tumor the size of a golf ball. They said it was the most aggressive cancer you can get in the brain, and he had a 50-50 chance of living. Imagine you're halfway around the world. Even if you hopped on a plane 1 hour later, it's going to take you 17 hours to get home. That was a long flight. Okay, get home. Thankfully, my father recovered the surgery, but that was just the start of many challenges the last 2.5 years. And he had 4 more strokes. He lost his ability to speak. But I'll tell you that the reason I'm telling you this story is because, see, life is going to hit you. And it's going to hit you really, really hard. Okay? They say that the problem with people is they think they have time. And I remember being, I don't know, call me lucky or call me conscious as a child, but I remember being 4 years old and watching my grandfather die. And realizing that you don't have a lot of time to live on this planet. And I remember making a conscious decision at 4 years old. I know it's crazy, but I remember at 4 years old making a conscious decision that I'm not going to waste my time. Exactly. And so when I get involved in this business, because I built a business, and because I had a sustaining business, in the darkest time of my father's life, when, I mean, financial challenges were devastating. I mean, in the beginning you think that, yo, insurance will cover. Insurance doesn't cover a lot of things. And the reason my father got sick was because of the stress of his company falling apart. And so now my father, there's no income coming in, right? And then, so I had to cover all that. When it comes to the time, all my brothers and sisters, my family members are all busy working. Right. I was able to stop building my business, like as far as traveling and building, go home, live on my father's couch for 1.5 years, have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with him, watch every single movie on Netflix, and I mean every single movie, I watched every single movie. And the craziest thing about it was that I turned the darkest time of my life into the most beautiful time of my life, because my father, growing up, you know, he came to this country and he worked for 40 years and he never had time. My father worked his whole life to build his dream home, and he built his dream home in 6 months before it was done. He got diagnosed with cancer, and he's never going to get a chance to enjoy it. And so that was a plan that I never wanted to be a part of, which is why I built it in the beginning. But my whole point of the story is that in life, the big bad wolf is going to come. Exactly. Okay. And we learned about it as kids. One little piggy built his house with one with
sticks,
and one with bricks. Jim Rohn talks about build a financial empire, a financial fortress that nothing can get through for you and your family. Who here is interested in something like that?
Right here.
Because as sure as death and taxes, the big bad wolf will come. Whether it be the big bad wolf of financial tragedy, the big bad wolf of physical tragedy, it's going to come. The question is, what kind of home have you built your life on? And I have never seen a plan like this business where you can come in here and build a business, create a residual income like this business. I was in my previous company for nearly an entire decade when myself and Shil made a decision to kind of move on for personal reasons. One company, 9 years, right? Super committed and loyal. We made a list of 100 companies. We narrowed it down to 30 companies. We flew in to meet the top owners and CEOs of all these companies. And when I saw what Beema had, I could not believe it. And so you guys are very lucky to be in the situation that you're in right now. This is crazy. This is crazy. I mean, it's hot, it's heck, it's crazy. You got a CEO that's going back and forth, doing conference calls upstairs. I mean, this is a time when our CEO is in the field.
Exactly.
And this is when all the fortunes are made.
Exactly.
We're at $200 million. That is the sweet spot.
Exactly.
Okay? Mark Hughes, CEO of Herbalife, when they were at their sweet spot, 200, 300, 400 million, when he was in the field, like BK, and BK reminds me a lot of Mark, he talked about how one day they were going to be a $5 billion a year company. And he said it, he said it, he said it, and he said it, and Herbalife last year just hit $5 billion. And so right now, we're in a place right now where there's going to be a lot of millionaires being created in Beema. The question is, how many of them are going to be in your downline?
Exactly.
Anybody interested? Do I have more time, or I got 2 more minutes? All right. It's funny, huh? All right, so we'll just get into my first point. I mean, my whole topic is on how to make it big. I'm going to show you guys how to make it halfway big. Bottom line is this. I'll just stay on this topic is having the right mindset. If you came into this room and your mindset was, how do I become successful? And I need to learn from people that are successful, there'd be different questions being asked.
Exactly.
Am I making sense?
Yes.
Because if you hit next for me, it's all about reprogramming your subconscious mind. So many people have limiting beliefs, whether it be in themselves or in network marketing. Okay? They either don't believe in their own abilities, or they don't believe in the business model of network marketing. I've looked at a lot of different things, guys. My father, when he came to this country, he was 16 years old, he built a multi-million-dollar corporation. His vision for me was to give me the company and take it over years ago. Okay? So you would think, having an opportunity to take over a multi-million-dollar corporation like that, who would take it? Most people would take it. But I knew, deep down inside, that that wasn't going to give me happiness and passion. It wasn't what I wanted to do with my life. When I looked at network marketing, I saw not only does it give me the passion, because I love to help people, I love to add value, I love what we do here. We develop people, and we do things. I mean, we're a personal development business. We're a personal development company disguised as a business, right? But then what I loved about it was that it was the fastest path to wealth for the average person.
Exactly.
You guys following? And so, but the only way you're going to get there is if you reprogram your subconscious mind. Because some people, subconsciously, I know this sounds crazy, but if you believe that money's not for you subconsciously, no matter how much money you make, you will always find a way to spend it, lose it, or give it away. And you'll always end up with too much money at the end of the month. People say, I don't make enough. No, you don't budget enough. Right? If you learn about time management and money management, I don't care how much money you make. I can show you how to make it work and and create a savings plan where by the end of the year, like as sure as death and taxes, you'll have that much saved. But if you have limiting beliefs in saving, limiting beliefs in I'm deserving, a lot of people, they don't feel like they deserve it. They wake up every morning and they see the people on stage and they say, man, he is cool, she is cool, but I don't know if I could ever do that. Let's be honest, okay? Lying is the devil, okay? Who here has felt like that before? It's okay. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it. But you know what it is? Is that our whole life, do you think you've been told more negative or more positive? Negative. And they've done studies that for every negative comment you get, it takes 16 positive to override that one negative. So some of us, we're in the hole a little bit. And so you can't wait for someone else to tell you, you got to tell yourself.
Exactly.
I tell myself how awesome I am so much, not because I'm full of myself, but because if I don't tell myself I'm awesome, no one else is going to tell me I'm awesome.
Exactly.
before I come on stage, I talk about how I'm going to inspire the room.
Yep.
I talk about how I'm going to bring the energy.
Yep.
I talk about what's going to happen this year. I talk about how much money I'm going to make this month, next month, and how I'm going to end the year. And I keep saying it over and over and over to the point where it's so ingrained. You ever tell yourself something so much you start to believe it and it's a lie though? Mm-hmm. So tell yourself a lie that's going to benefit you. Mm-hmm. I earn 30 grand a month. I earn 40 grand a month. I earn 50 grand a month. I earn whatever it is that you want. Are you guys following?
Yeah.
And so when you start reprogramming your subconscious mind, subconsciously you will start doing things different. Your walk will be different. Your communication will be different. When you look at your friends in the eye, you tell them, listen, I'm about to do the craziest thing I've ever done in my entire life, and you need to join me. Because if you don't, you're going to miss out on the boat. Who would join me?
Yeah.
You don't even know what it is. It doesn't matter what tool or what product or what magazine. I tell people, put something in front of someone and be excited and believe on what you're doing.
Exactly.
And people will follow. But if you start believing that you're not going to become successful, subconsciously, if you start telling yourself you're not going to make it, if you start telling yourself at the beginning of the run, first week, you don't finish up where you want it to be, 3 weeks left in the rank advantage period, and you start to tell yourself, I don't know if I'm going to finish. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if it's going to happen. Do you think that person's going to finish it up?
No.
My biggest runs in my entire business have always been 70% of the volume comes in on the last week.
Yep.
Right? But it's because we believe. I mean, there's a lot of people in this room that have been with me for 9 years, and they've seen it.
Yep.
When we say we're going to do something, no matter how far we are, we're going to go to the ends of the earth. And if we don't get it done, we're definitely a lot closer than we were before.
Yep.
Right.
Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Can you guys start to tell yourself things differently?
Yeah.
And you guys, and what I would do is this. An action step is write down exactly what you want. You guys write that down right now. Write down how you want to end the year. Whether it be a monthly income goal, a rank, whether it be a feeling, how you want to feel about yourself, whatever. How do you want to end this year? And look at that all the time. And say it all the time. Don't let yourself leave the house until you've looked at it and said it to yourself at least 100 times. Yes. And I know it sounds crazy, and a lot of you guys will give up, and a lot of you guys will stop, but I'll tell you that I've never not hit a goal that I didn't write down.
Exactly.
There's a power in it. Write it down, say it to yourself, and then also tell yourself who you need to be to achieve that. If you want to get the 30 grand a month, what kind of person are you? I'm confident. I believe in myself. I love myself. I'm proud of myself. I know it sounds crazy, and some of you guys think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, you're just not crazy enough. Because that's what it takes. Because some of us have a lot of garbage that we got to delete. And we got to reinstall some new software. I wish I can get into the rest of this, but I think I'm out of my time, right? So thanks, guys. We'll talk soon.